Oh, all right, there we go. Oh my goodness, what is going on with this hair? Tried to make myself look pretty. Not sure if I've succeeded there. God, I've got a massive forehead. Anyway, hi, hello. Um, yeah, I thought it would be fun today to kind of carry on from where we left off with the stream. It feels like a little bit of a crime to just leave where we got to with the old grind and shine logo and just not pick it up. And I started having to play around with it this morning, just 20 minutes, had a few ideas, started playing around and thought, you know what? I think we need to go live. We need to go live and we'll kind of try and wrap this up together if we can. Fingers crossed. Nick, hey, let's get this party started. Classic K, hello. Sema, welcome back again. Broadcasts in a row. I know I wasn't planning to today, but I thought, you know what? That's why this setup's so cool. I could just it's so easy now for me to just kind of press the button and go live. And I've got my son here as well.
Bonjour.
Who is having? Was that bonjour? Is that your French? He's having a crack at designing an Illustrator. So yeah, chip off the old block. Anyway, how are you guys? Hopefully having a good week. What day is it? Friday. Oh, nearly the weekend. Right, so I'll just give it a second to see if a few more people join. See if anyone joins who was here yesterday, because it'd be nice. It'd be nice if they're about to kind of finish this together, like I say. For anyone who wasn't here yesterday, basically it was just a little bit of a free-for-all. I kind of said, you know, someone shout out something for a logo. Someone called Jordan said a coffee machine brand. And then Moosh said, why not call it Grind and Shine? So that's just kind of what we ran with. And this is kind of where we've ended up. So I think it started just playing around with, yeah, using a reference image, scribbling a coffee machine. Just kind of, this was more of like an icon, but it's like a starting point. You know, you're kind of getting the shapes, the line work of the cup and things. And then playing around with a few different typefaces. And this was all like, this was supposed to just be 20-30 minutes to wrap up the stream, and it ended going for an hour. So it was, like I said yesterday, it's like taking the entire design process and condensing it down massively. And it sort of kind of ended up going over here. It was quite good in the way we had like certain letters lined up quite nicely to sort of link them together. And oh, that is quite nice actually. I do quite like that one. Maybe we'll pick that one up as well. And it sort of, yeah, ended up going over here. You can see I've got the grind and the shine with the plus. We had the word and written. We had an ampersand, which is this symbol here. We had a plus. So a few different ways. And I think kind of where we left it off was this, trying to integrate the sort of coffee cup and the swirl into the lettering. Wilonzi, hey, hello. This is part 2, man. We're going to pick up from yesterday. That was kind of where we left it, I think, with the sort of coffee cup and the swirl, playing around with negative space and trying to get that in there. And there was like another idea I had that was sort of a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of an offshoot in a different direction, which was having the sort of just a swirl or swoosh and a very kind of much more, not really abstract, but just like a little, yeah, just like a little squiggle, really. And I threw some text there, and we just sort of put that to one side, like, yeah, okay, we'll come back and maybe we'll work on this. So there's a few different directions that we could go. And I want to just kind of explore some of them today and see if we can get something finished. That would be nice. I told you yesterday that you can make the dot of the letter. I like this. Which one was that, Sema? Yeah, I think there were a few suggestions about putting the sort of something on the dot of the I. I think maybe it's a personal thing. I've got a little coffee bean that I drew over here. I'm a little bit funny about that. It's like, you know, when you have like an eye and someone puts a heart on top of the eye or a star on top of the eye, or in this case, a coffee bean. I think that's just, for me, it's, I don't know. It's one of those things. I think maybe I've just seen it too many times. The eye with the heart, the eye with the star, and it's just like, ugh. I just feels a bit cheesy. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. My apologies. I came just to say hi and left. Well, hey, at least you came. You know, that's the thing. It's the thought that counts. You took the time to pop in and say hello. I appreciate that. Tris Vector. Hello, Dansky. Hello. Okay, so we've got a big mess of stuff here. So let's just kind of pick a few that I would like to pursue. Oh, that was a good rhyme, Dan. Doo-doo. So I'm going to grab that one because I kind of like that. Maybe. Oh, lowercase or uppercase? Actually, no, I'm going to grab the original font. I like the way the letters connect and it's simple. Nothing to do with coffee and machines, but sometimes, you know, it doesn't have to be a literal representation of what the brand does. You know, some logos would literally just be like this. They'd be like G and S. There we go. Logo done. And sometimes, you know, it works. It just, you know, it does what it needs to. Right. Yeah, we got this one here as well with the coffee and the H. So let's kind of plonk that there as well. And then this one. I really want to explore that because I feel like even though that illustration is very rough around the edges, there's potential there. And this is kind of like an S as well. So grind and shine. Could I make the G into a coffee? What do you call it?
Coffee bean?
No, the heat coming off of the steam. There we go. Well done, Dan. Well done. My brain still functions. Just. Yeah, so I kind of want to explore these ideas. Let's move coffee machine and all this stuff over there. Go on, get out the way. I need me some more artboard. You can never have enough artboard space. Right, let's plonk that down there. And let's give these some space as well. I want to try and do something interesting with these. Rabbit. Ooh, early. Love it. Nice. Yes, we're just getting started. Pixel Fun Gaming. I like that cup logo. Ooh, which one? The one on the right? Or the one with this one here? We've got subtle cup integrated in letter H. So, and it's cool. It's a few different directions. You know, we're kind of going to branch off and just kind of see the one on the right. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, we're just going to kind of see where they go. What about steam instead of a dot on the eye? Yes, that could be cool. That could be cool. I think hearts and stars, dots of eyes is just not really something I'm interested in. But yes, steam, that would make sense. We could even. So let's just explore that very, very quickly for a second. Let's grab the pencil tool. We'll draw some steam. And we'll just chunk that up. Whoa, chunky. There we go. Just width tool that down. Oops, no, not like that. Come on down. Steady on. There we go. So we got some steam. What we could do is we could quite literally have the steam there. Yeah, that could work. Maybe squish that down a bit. Play around with the sizing of the steam. That could be quite nice. Another option is we just get rid of the eye altogether. Is there a way that we can kind of have the steam styled? And we could even just sort of flip it round and have it go in the other way. No, maybe not. But yeah, you could replace the letter with that. Maybe. I think you probably need to get it to, might need to sort of play around with the width a little bit just to try and get it so it feels like it fits the other kind of lettering. So kind of, you know, the whole thick thin with the serifs. But yeah, that could be another one. So we'll put that up there just as another maybe. Where are Papinda and Leo? How are they? I don't know. Leo, how are you? He's having a go as well. He's having a go at grind and shine. Nice. I like it. Yes. You have a go at doing a grind and shine logo on the side. There we go. We got Father and son double team today.
Papa and son, banana, and I can't think of anything.
What if you use ampersand to create the form of the cup? Okay, so so this is Ian, wasn't it? I think, yeah. So this is what I was playing around with 20 minutes before the stream. I kind of had an idea that sort of grew some legs, and I was like, do you know what? I can't just sit and work on this in private. I need to spin up a stream and kind of do this as I go, because it felt like the right thing to do. It's like a continuation of what we were doing yesterday. And that was this idea here. So I thought, oh, okay, yeah, this was a very, very quick, scrappy illustration, but let's just sort of try and do it again, but a bit better. And this was, what was this? Yeah, that was the steam, something like that. I was like, okay, well, we've got kind of like a letter S here. Could we get a G in there as well? Obviously, this is all freehand, but it doesn't matter that it's terrible, because it's just really kind of getting the sort of base concept. And I was like, oh, look, there's a G and an S. That could be kind of cool. Pop it on its side so the S becomes a bit more legible. We could be onto something there. So that was kind of the sort of starting point. And then it sort of moved on to like, can I draw the G and the S? And is it going to look good? I got no idea. Right, let's get some tunes on. I need some music. I'm going through my Avenged Sevenfold phase at the moment. I think after that time that I blasted the music out and got the stream copyright claimed, I think I'm paranoid now. So if you start hearing Avenged Sevenfold, please do let me know. Because you definitely shouldn't. I wish I knew how to use Illustrator like I use Photoshop. Ah, well, just, hey. That's, I mean, let me just get this up. I'm very glad that you mentioned that, because I do have a course that will teach Adobe Illustrator from beginner level all the way through to advanced, and it's basically a course that will download everything that I've learned about Illustrator in the last 17 years. But it's just condensed into 6 hours. It's about 6 to 7 hours long, I think, now, with some of the new lessons. And it just teaches everything I know. And it kind of sidesteps all the mistakes that I made for like the first 10 years of my career doing it wrong, and just teaches the tools the right way. So if you do want to learn Illustrator, then there's a link to the full course, and with the course, obviously, you get access to the community, and basically, you know, you can DM me anytime you like, and I'm there to help. So I know, like, Illustrator's hard, and it's hard if you're coming from Photoshop as well. It feels weird and overwhelming, and there's like a billion different tools, and that's why with part of the course I wanted the function to be able to DM me, because it's just like when I'm learning Blender, for example, when I get stuck, I just wish that I had someone I could just message and go, how do I do this thing? And so that's why I kind of wanted to put this together with part of the course. So if you do get stuck, it's like, hey, I'm here to help you. Just send me a message. It's cool. We'll figure it out. So there's the course. And if you sign up to my mailing list, then you get emailed a code for 15% off. So yeah, if you are interested in learning Illustrator, and like I said, if you're coming from Photoshop and you just want to learn it the right way and learn it as quickly as possible, then this is my course, and I'm here to help. So hopefully that's helpful. Right. Yes, music. Yeah, so G in the air. So this is, okay, so this is very sort of hand-drawn, as you can see. And what I really wanted to do was kind of do this with a bit more precision. So I'm going to grab a circle and we'll start with this. And I'm going to try and do the S using geometric shapes. If you want something like a bit more freehand and illustrative, by all means use the pencil tool for sure. But for me personally, like, I just love this precision. And I might need the spiral tool, actually. Not something I use very often. Yeah, you can use this as well. And you can hold down Alt or Option and Command or Control as well. And you can adjust the decay on the spiral. I think mine's going the wrong way at the minute, so I'm just going to click and... Oh no, it is going the right way. That's good. So I just want to... I'm going to hold Shift as well. There you go. So holding Shift, Alt, Option, Command or Control, they adjust the different behaviors. So you can see I can control the spacing. Maybe we'll go there. Flip it round. Not really looking like a G, but could I squish that down maybe? It's kind of a G. Let's make it a bit further away. There we go. Let's try that as well. Nice number 6. How's it hold up as a G? Probably a bit better than that one. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll make a cut there. No, let's cut. I want a clean cut on the circle. So I'm just going to drag that over the top and use the Pathfinder panel to just kind of trim that off. And now I can slot this down here. And the reason I keep making copies like this is it's kind of like a checkpoint. So if I'm sort of branching out, if I muck up an idea or mess this up, I've still got that like original set of shapes. Do you know what I mean? Dante, hey, good to see you. That's a teacup. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. It is a teacup. You're right. We're getting there though. Oh, cheers, Ian. Catch you later, man. Starting a new writer, design, and position Monday. I owe a fair amount to you for a lot of the tips you shared along with your extensive review of my Ignition Fitness logo. Oh, I remember that one. Thank you. You are welcome, Kyle. Oh, that is amazing. That's so good to hear. And congratulations. Nice. Writer / designer. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Like I've worked with copywriters before, back when I kind of had like a full-time job, but I didn't know any writer / designers. So yeah. So Kyle, do you mind me asking, what type of design work are you going to be doing, and what's the split between, like, how does the writing feed into the design? Like, are they sort of interconnected, or are they sort of two separate things? Because my first job, I worked as a photographer / graphic designer, and it was for a tool company. So we would photograph all the tools and things like taps. And if you've ever tried photographing a tap where the photographer, and the lighting is in the reflection, honestly, nightmare. But part of the role was for photographing all the tools, and then sort of working on the design of the catalog and the promotional stuff, using the photography that you'd done, if that makes sense. Feeling a bit anxious? No, it go well after settling in. Yeah, I think it's normal, isn't it? When you sort of do anything new. I think, yeah, and like, getting a new job or a new role, it's like stepping out of your comfort zone. You are effectively going into the unknown. And I think sort of feeling a bit sort of nervous or anxious is totally fine. Right, yeah, I don't want to take too much of that away. So the scissor tool, C on the keyboard, is good for making cuts on a path. So I've got a cut there, and I kind of want this to go round into an S. So let's just trim that off. Okay, zooming in, thousands of %. Right, this is a nifty trick. So you can see here, I've got these two paths. They're overlapping. It's all a bit wonky. And I'm just going to try and cut them both. I want to just try and get... Right, so they're pretty close, right? Now, I could mess around trying to drag these together, but sometimes it doesn't work. What you can do is just with the direct selection tool, drag over everything, go to Object, Path, and Average. And if you have both axes selected, what it will do is it will essentially pull all of the anchor points on top of each other. It's a really quick and easy, very lazy way of just getting everything in the same position. And now I can... Where are they? Yeah, there they are. Select them both and press Command or Control J and join them together. Obviously that kink isn't perfect, but that's fine. We can smooth that out very, very easily. But now it's just really, yeah, like, okay, we've got a G and an S in here, sort of. Needs work, but you know. I'm very good, Rakib. Oh, thank you. I want to be a logo designer, but can't find a full roadmap. I mean, I don't have one, but I would definitely recommend like a full course or something that would kind of take you through the logo design process. There is like a really good sort of process, and I think working with clients as well, it's different. A lot of the logos I sort of do here on stream and do nowadays doesn't really follow that same process because I don't really do logos for clients per se. So my process is just kind of, you know, I'll come up with a brief myself, or in this case, you know, chat will suggest something, and the process is just kind of, it's just very sort of freestyle, I guess is the right way of saying it. No stakeholders or clients to get on board or appease. Just just all the people in the chat. Okay. Yeah, I might just cut this as well on this side. So we've got the S. We've got that sort of clear definition of the shape. Might want to cut the G a bit short. Yeah, that could work. Let's just try thickening it up a bit. You still going with yours, Leah?
Yes.
We're competing, by the way.
Oh. Wait, what?
This is a competition. Whoever does the best logo gets to eat dinner tonight.
I'll be at a sleepover at Bubble's house.
That's
so...
true, yeah. You will.
So you don't think that, you know.
There is no way I'm going to lose a logo design competition to my 8-year-old son. It just isn't going to happen. I love you, Leah, but I will crush you. Okay, Carl says, I'll be writing and revising instruction sheets for an agricultural business who make devices that aid in planting and spreading. Nice. Brochures, websites, photos, overlays for the devices. Oh, nice. That sounds like I'll be the go-to graphics person. Nice. That sounds really interesting. And it's nice as well because it sounds like you get like quite a mix of different things. Brochures, websites. Yeah, so you're doing the kind of print stuff, a bit of photography, website, so it's kind of more digital, and writing. And as long as you enjoy all those things, I mean, I suppose you don't have to enjoy everything. You know, I you know, sometimes we do kind of work that we enjoy less or more than others, but it's a real good kind of mix of different things. So what if you made the top swirl inverted so you can connect the swirl to the cup for one line? Yeah, we could do. I see what you mean. Yeah, what I was kind of going for was the whole G and the S because the brand is Grind and Shine. Oops. I mean, that does look nice. That does look really, if that's what you meant, that does look nice. Oh, that looks irritatingly nice, actually. Damn it, Corey. I do like that. Oh. Okay, well, we'll keep that as another version. What I was going for was to get the G and the S for grind and shine as the coffee cup. But there's something about that that does look very nice, even though this isn't really a G anymore. I will hang on to that one. No, he's not playing Minecraft, Summer. He's doing something creative today.
How do you even know I play Minecraft?
Oh, because I think weren't you talking about it on stream the other day? I swear you were.
Oh,
Dante
yeah.
says, "Now watch Dan lose after all that talk." I know. I'm all talk, no action, Dante.
I'm gonna win this competition.
I'm not losing to my son. Certainly not live. No way. I'm coming from 12 years in pre-press. Okay, cool. Nice. Try using the S as a cup holder for the G in the S. No, it doesn't sound drab at all. It sounds interesting. I mean, it depends. Like, I'm the kind of person that I like doing. This is why I do everything, is because I'm obsessed with just learning new things. Like, if I were to just do one type of design, I think I would get so bored. But that's just me personally, you know. Ian says negative space could be an abstract G in Corey's idea. Negative space. Negative space.
Can you guess what I make?
Yeah, I just got to sort of see. I just got to be able to see the G. Where is it? Oh, what? So if I were to kind of fill, essentially sort of, black out the entirety of the cup and then have a G in there. Okay, I'm going to come back to that one. I'm going to come back to that. I'm just going to explore this idea a little bit more. We will put a pin in that one. Yeah. Let's grab a G. Actually, where's my font? Where have you gone? Come over here. Come on, get over here, you cheeky sausage. Right. Cormorant. Cormorant? It does have a few different weights as well. Yeah, it's a weird font. I was just scrolling through fonts yesterday and this popped up and it was like, all right, let's give it a go. See where this takes us. What weight do we want, though? We'll start with regular. Stick the G in the cup. G and an S. I think someone said yesterday putting on its side. Sideways G? I don't know, maybe.
I'm sure that's what I might have tried. This sideways G.
Hey, don't start trying to steal my ideas. Now add a little line going across like a capital G has. Not related when using blend in Illustrator for long shadows. How do you remember the random numbers needed for a smooth blend? I think it depends on the size of your document. Okay, quick tangent. So we've got the blend tool over here. Let's click on these. We're going to go boom, boom. It blends them together. Oh, whoa, that is weird. Huh. Double click the blend tool. If you want a smooth blend, let me just show you. This is, well, I mean, you can use smooth color and you do get like a nice smooth blend. Sometimes when you're doing things like long shadows on text, for example, actually you can see it here. This edge is very, very jaggedy. If I wanted a smooth blend, I would go specified steps. And depending on the size of your graphic and your document, you could increase this. Now, this is going to potentially tank your performance. Yeah, 1,000's the maximum. And that's one way that you can use that to just kind of smooth out those kinks. It becomes pretty, obviously if you zoom in really far, that is an issue that you'd need to kind of solve various other ways. But that's how you can very quickly and easily get a smooth blend, if that makes sense. The value, just keep increasing it and it'll add more steps.
I can make him look around.
Yeah. So this is where I kind of got to this morning. This is the point I got to, and then I stopped and was like, okay, let's go live and see if this could work. Because kind of putting it on an angle there, that's harder to see as an S, whereas that kind of, you're picking the S up a bit. But now I think the S needs to kind of, the style of the letter needs to sort of mirror the G a bit. So I'm going to try and width tool it. And see if I can sort of get a kind of similar styling in there. Make that thinner.
Okay.
Similar here, and we'll go a bit thicker here. Do you see what I mean? So now they kind of at least feel a bit similar. It's not perfect. Nice for a tea brand. Oh, you're welcome. Hopefully that's helpful. Hello, what are we working on here? It's a logo for a company called Grind and Shine Fictional, provided by yesterday's chat. And so we're kind of playing around at the moment with combining the G and the S into, well, hopefully a coffee cup. There's a little bit of a kink in there I'm going to try and fix. Smooth tool. Might need to try and redraw that. No, that's not going to work, is it? I really want that width all the way around to be consistent. Let's try pulling that in. I wonder if I can use the puppet warp tool. That might break everything because I've got width tools and all sorts. But this is a tool I very rarely use, but when I need it, it's bloody brilliant. You see, I can kind of fine tune. Oh, this might be the one. Look, I can fine tune that there. And I could even pull this down here.
Subscribe to Dansky.
But I've got to be careful I don't muck up everything else. So maybe that could hug the letter a bit more. Just trying to get that width all the way around consistent. One, because that's what I want it to look like. And two, because I give everyone so much stick when they don't have their spacing consistent all the way around that I would quite rightly expect to be torn apart if my spacing in this design was off. So I can't be a hypocrite, you know. Got to play by my own rules. So that's better. Bit more consistent. Yeah. It's a step in the right direction anyway. Tea, Dan. Teacup. I mean, you know, it could be a flat white. You can get these in Costa or Starbucks. I would draw an old grinder and just a sun shining from behind. Awful concept. I mean, that is something actually that we haven't even touched on, is the idea of a shine or a sparkle. And I think someone did suggest that yesterday, having a shine coming out the letters. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe, yeah, maybe I've gone too far down the obsession with coffee cup route. We haven't even explored the potential of a sparkle. So let's just kind of park that one there for a second. And I want to play around with this a little bit. Oh, this is fun. This is fun.
I'm so...
Right. Bit of a lucky accident, really, with this. The letters just sort of lined up. The stars seemed to align. And I should... How am I going to do this? Let's get you up there. Squish the eye. It's quite cute, actually. I didn't mean to do that. Kind of like a bit of a step, maybe. I don't know. We'll keep that one. What I was actually going to do was just grab these top points and move them up, so that kind of becomes the eye. And let's get rid of that. Paste that in. And this one here. Let's bring you down. Nice. Cut that. Command or Control X. Command or Control F to paste it back in. Yeah, and there is a nice little spot for an and in there, I think, which sits centrally as well. Or I could bring the N down. That does look a bit weird, though. I mean, it's, you know, it's kind of nice the way all this lines up. It would be rude not to, at the very least, explore this. Let's grab the and. Hello, good evening. Badava, hey, good to see you again. Evening, is it? What time are we here? Just coming up 1 o'clock in the UK. Badava, whereabouts are you? It's the evening. I'm guessing you're east of the UK. Moosh! Hello! Oh, good. I'm glad you joined. Moosh was the submitter of the Grind and Shine brand name. Moosh, we had to just carry on with this. I started playing around this morning and I thought, oh, do you know what? This is hopefully going to be interesting to kind of see the evolution of this. A few different ideas. And it'd be nice to get it wrapped up today. Almost 8 a.m. here. Oh, right. So, Moosh, I'm guessing you're US based? Yes, it's very much an impromptu stream. Estonia, it's around 3 p.m. here at the moment. Nice. Corey, 7 a.m. and I'm working in Nashville right now. Nice. Okay. Never been to Nashville. Been to little stop in Vegas. Been to LA a few times in California. Usually for Adobe Max. And then I've got a friend in Louisiana. Been out there a couple times. In fact, I'm going out to Louisiana in, I want to say 2 weeks. So, can't wait for that.
Robot.
Nice. Very good.
I just want to add a bit more detail to it. Like maybe because the arm looks a bit weird. So I think I'm going to add a few more blocks in there, making it actually look a bit more normal.
Just keep going with it. That is the secret ingredient to making a design better, is just to keep spending more time refining it. Pro tip. It really is. I know obviously sometimes when you've got deadlines you can't just get more time, which is frustrating. It's the way it is sometimes. You've got deadlines. it puts pressure on, and we just got to kind of deal with it as creatives. But yeah, I think the plus sits in there a bit. Oh, actually, hang on. The plus sits in there, but I think no. There we go. There we go. That's the one. That's the one. Gonna nest the and in there. I kind of want to get the ampersand in there because it just looks, at least in my opinion, it looks a little bit more elegant. And it might nest quite nicely. It sort of tucks in there with the G and the S, you know? Are we hearing a little artist in the making? Maybe, yeah, he's very creative. Michigan, oh, okay. The good old high five of the US. I'm off to Spain in 2 weeks, can't wait. Oh, which part of Spain are you going to? Me and Poppy lived in Spain on near, well, pretty much in Fuengirola, south coast, Costa del Sol, for like 6 months. Oh, it was beautiful, beautiful place. We literally just got in the car, had like a Mazda RX-8, yeah, pretty sporty, and we literally just drove to the bottom of the UK, got on the ferry to north coast of Spain, and just drove straight down the country. It was like a 12, 13-hour drive. It was pretty brutal, but my goodness, was it fun. Just bombing it down the Spanish motorway at 3 a.m., no cars anywhere. Never driven in Spain before, so you're obviously on the other side of the road. In the UK, we drive on the left, whereas I know most places in like Europe and US and that you drive on the right. So that was fun, but that was an adventure. Malaga, yeah, nice. Oh, 2 week vacation. Oh god, I bet that's gonna be lush. Can the G and the S become some sort of logo mark? Says Ian. Yeah, I mean, something else I was thinking of playing around with. There might, yeah, you're right. There might be sort of scope to kind of get something in there like that. Whoa. SS, no, we don't want that. SS bad. Yeah, so maybe, I don't know, we could sort of play around with something like that and interconnect these letters. This is something that I do like to do, is just kind of grab the letters, and sometimes you can get a quick win with this. Just sort of see if they fit together. Whoa. Coffee cup? Oh dear, there's so many different potential ideas here. It's almost kind of irritating actually, because I like get distracted and want to go and then do something else. We'll try a lowercase g as well. It's a little bit more ornate, but they kind of sit on top of each other quite nicely actually. I wonder if I could. Do you know what? There's definitely a lot of similarities there, like with between the G and the S. Again, this is like another idea that it would be rude for me to ignore. I know we're obviously kind of getting towards an 8 symbol there, but looks like an 8. I know it's. Is this client work? No. This is just purely for fun. The idea and the name for this brand was suggested by chat yesterday, so it's fun. So keeps me on my toes as well, and it's good for just practicing ideas. Yeah, there might be an idea. There might be a beautiful idea there that integrates the G and the S. So let's look at the form of the letters. We've got that kind of, we got the S. G, maybe? I don't know. I don't want to be too desperate and try to make a connection where there isn't one, you know? Unless, what if I... There's definitely something there. What if you just made the logo a check mark and call it quits? That's what Nike did, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Let's just do that. Much, you're right, much easier. There's something there, a really nice way of integrating the G and the S. Come on, Dan. You just got to figure it out. Loops around. So it's kind of like that. But the G is smaller. Yeah, that's definitely a letter 8. A letter 8, number 8. I can't remember what this is called. The ear? I think it might be the ear kind of sticking out on the letter G. So I was trying to just put a dot there to make it a bit more kind of minimal. Unless. Unless we were to just go with an S for that bit. And maybe cut that short. So it is kind of a G. A lowercase g, and it's also an S. Do you see what I mean? Not quite an S enough, though. So I could do that, which is kind of, I'm pretty sure you get lowercase g's like that. And maybe trim it a bit short. Or not. No, I got it. What we'll do is we'll trim that part of the G and let that kind of loop through it. I'm just laughing at myself. I'm desperately trying to make this work. Like, I feel the desperation.
What are you trying to make again?
I'm trying to connect a G and an S. Well, I feel like it is. But I don't know if I've gone a bit mental. So I'm going to just see what people think.
I'm just trying to upgrade the eyes mainly. Like,
ooh, nice. Pixel. Incline the G so it looks like a coffee cup, then put the S inside it and smoke coming out from it. Yeah, so there was another idea that I've kind of parked to one side for now that was the other way around of that. The S was the coffee cup and the G was inside of it. That's a good question. Dan, if I learn photo manipulation only and solely focus on it, what kind of opportunities would I be able to get? That's a difficult one to answer because the landscape, especially with all the AI art stuff and the way technology is changing, it's definitely impacted that side of the industry, the creative side. I think as a graphic designer, having those photo manipulation skills, or even just being able to composite images together, is pretty essential for, like, let's say you're a graphic designer for a company and they've got photography. Having those same photo manipulation skills is great for retouching. If you do have product photography and you need to adjust the lighting and all this kind of stuff. So the skills that make up photo manipulation are pretty much essential, in my opinion, for a lot of graphic design. But if you mean photo manipulation in terms of the more sort of artistic side of things and just creating like the really cool kind of photo art, essentially, it's a difficult one to answer. But still a very, very good question.
I love this.
Hmm?
I love this robot.
Nice. You see what I mean, though? You're adding more detail, and it's good.
At first, it was just like squares. The eyes were square like Minecraft, and the mouth was like a rectangle. Now I'm actually adding detail to the eyes and actually making the weird-looking arm look like a real robotic arm.
Nice.
I'm thinking of even adding like a bit of grey to it to make it look like metal.
Go for it.
Yeah. Yeehaw.
Tom says maybe connect the ear and make the end of the S. Let's try it. I mean, okay, what do you guys think? Have I gone a bit mental here? Is there potential for this idea? I feel like there is, but I don't know if I've gone just a bit too far down the old combine the GS rabbit hole. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe even just that. I think the S just needs a little bit more of the exaggerated curve. I mean, I think the big thing is, does that look like a G? I think it does look like a lowercase g. And I think because this type of G actually is usually like, it's found in serif fonts. I haven't even played with the width yet. So I think if I were to kind of adjust the width, I think I could make it look more G-like. If I were to grab a lowercase g, for example, and use this as a bit of a reference, I could definitely kind of so I can see kind of which bits are thicker and thinner, and I can use that as a reference to sort of guide me through that. It does look like a G. Okay.
I like
Potential for the top of the G being you like it being a topographical cut. Definitely a G. Loving where this is going. Okay, interesting, cool. I haven't gone totally mental then. That's what I thought I would just check. Yeah. And this is good. This is I've always sort of said, especially a lot recently, that if you're not heavily into typography, like I'm not, like it's an entire field in itself, and mad respect to the people that kind of do those beautiful letters. If you don't have that crazy in-depth experience with letter forms, use existing fonts as reference, because it just kind of, like I might make parts of the G thicker and thinner in the wrong places if I don't have that experience. Right. Okay. I think this has got potential. Let's get a bit of geometric precision though. So let's kind of get that. And I want a curve up there. How am I going to do that? How would I do that? So this is what I like to do. I try to use basic shapes where I can. Just because you get much more, I could pencil this, I could pencil tool it, but it's sometimes it's just a little bit rough around the edges. I need to draw a straight connection between these two now. So I'm going to try and cut there with the scissor tool. Let's C on the keyboard, cut there as well. Kind of want to get these 2 points looking at each other. And then Command or Control J, join them. It's not bad. Could use a smooth tool to smooth that out. Break, you kind of... That's good, actually. No, that's really good. That's really good. You've got to be careful with the smooth tool because it can smooth out kinks very, very quickly and easily, but also it can muck up your geometry, and it does create and remove anchor points to just... It focuses on getting the smoothness first and foremost, and your geometry is a distant second, so... But that's all right. That is an improvement over this, if you see what I mean. And it's got like almost a nice symmetry to it. 2 circles. These shapes kind of create some balance, which is nice. Blah, blah, blah. Do I want that coming over? Yeah, let's get that one back in there. So I'm trying to make my life as easy as possible by using the existing geometry that I've got. Hey, Roger. How you doing? Can you recommend a graphics tablet max $200? There's a few that I've used. I've used a Wacom, a couple of different Wacom graphics tablets. But if I'm honest, since I've started using pen displays, I've just kind of fallen in love with it, really. Because drawing actually directly on the screen, it's 1-to-1 in terms of scale, but it just feels so nice. Especially when working in Illustrator on this sort of more illustrative stuff. So if I had to recommend one, I know there's loads out there. I've used a few, but I don't know how much it is in dollars, but in pounds, I think it's around £200 UK. So it might be similar in dollars. It's the XP Pen Artist 12 Gen 2. And that's one I've used personally. There might be others around that price range that are equally as good. But that's one that you can, it's, I think 1920 by 1080, 12-inch screen. It's portable. It connects with one USB-C cable, so I can throw it in my bag and take it around. you can draw directly on the screen, but also it has a graphics tablet mode. So you can turn off the screen and use it like a regular tablet. So it's basically like a 2-in-1. So that's one that I can personally attest is really good, and I've been using it a lot at home. I've got a different one here. This one's kind of another one that's permanently set up. Hey, Ben, what did I miss? Oh, goodness. Where do I even go with that? But yeah, in terms of portability, the XP Pen Artist 12 Gen 2 it's the one I'm using quite a lot, and it's brilliant. Right, where am I going with this? Oh, let's cut that one there. Maybe nudge this up a bit. It's a little bit tight there. That's a bit better, yeah. Let's maybe go back a couple steps. Move that up. Nice. There we go. Let's just make that unround just to kind of get the angle right. I think it was slightly off before. Around it again. Nice. It's all. Do you know what? This actually does look a little bit like some coffee machines. I think they're like, is it the Nescafe ones or the Dolce Gusto or whatever they are? Some of them do look. Hang on, let me get them up. They do look a bit like this. It's kind of very coffee machine. They got this very kind of intricate shape to them. I think we looked at them yesterday. Yeah, these sorts of ones. You see this one here? DeLonghi. Don't know what that is. DeLonghi. Yeah, like this one. There you go. DeLonghi again. What's the Dolce Gusto? I swear we used to have one in the office. Dolce Gusto. Yeah, like these ones. That sort of, yeah, kind of the rounded head and the curves. Anyway, that's what it reminded me of a little bit. Go for it. What's your question? Retro coffee machine. Looks unhappy now. Try and taper it. Yeah, I'm good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the tapering with the width tool. So it does kind of have that sort of serif quality to it. But I'm trying to get the line work right first. You see, the thing here is I've got the S and this part of the G, and I've got to decide, am I going to kind of cut it in places? So, for example, I might put a cut at the side here and just have that kind of creep in, and then maybe connect these two up. So, actually... Ooh, hang on. Let's try and do this without being too naughty. Oh, this is a bit naughty. I'm kind of using the pen tool to remake that continuation, because if I cut there and chop that, no. I need to make a cut where these intersect.
I spent so long on this. I really hope it turns out good.
Say again?
I spent so long on this. I really hope it turns out good.
Me too. Otherwise, I have to give you abuse. Be better. Right. It's gone blank. Zoom in loads and loads. There we go. Trying to do it without mucking up the geometry. There we go. Let's be cheeky. There we go. No one will notice. It's fine. I'll try and get this into like a nice loop. Maybe if I join those together. And I would love to round that corner off, but I can't because you can see I've got 2 points on top of each other. Or 2 points closer to each other. How am I going to do that? Yeah, just asked your question, man. Okay, put a pin in that. And this is a lot of Illustrator. This is where kind of learning the tools really, really helps, is because it's like, I've got a problem now. I need to round off those corners. How am I going to do that? And I just got to think. And the more you know the tools, the more equipped you are to be able to figure this out. So I've got that one piece there. So let's get rid of it. Get rid of that end point. Maybe I could put that back in, and now I've got to if I connect this to that. No. I wonder if I could use the smooth feature. Would that work, or would that bugger it up? Oh, that's interesting. So the smooth... Okay. Reese, if you end up watching this, this is interesting. So it didn't give me my corner point, which was annoying. But if I use the smooth feature, it doesn't really do anything because of the way these are sort of set up. I've only selected those 2 points, so there's nothing to smooth. But it has brought back the control point that I was trying to get back. And it's smoothing it off like that, which is not what I wanted at all. Weird. I've not seen that before. Okay, let's just try and... Yeah, that's what I want. So basically, I need that control point. But sometimes in Illustrator, especially when you start kind of messing around and cutting anchor points like I've been doing, you lose that control point. So I've got to somehow get it back without distorting the existing shapes. So I wonder if simplify... No, not that. Let's try. Yeah, see, it distorts the shape. But there is one way around that I could think of. Let's try simplify first. Oh, it does bugger all. Okay. Right, let's do that. We'll remove the anchor point. It messes up the geometry. And then I'll use this one here as a reference. And now all I got to do is bend this back to fit the geometry. There we go. No one would ever know the difference. There we go. So you see here, this one has got those 2 points together. This one has got rid of that point, but we've got the nice geometry. And now I can click that point and round off the corner. There we go. That's what I wanted. Nice. So you see, learning the tools is just super important. And if you do want to learn all of them, then they're all covered in my full Illustrator course. There's a link to the course. And, you know, I think, and this is a code for 15% off if you sign up to my mailing list. But this is, you know, design is much more than just learning the tools, for sure. But the more tools you know, the easier it is to get your idea out of your head onto the screen. And I think that's a problem. And you probably kind of, you know, you see this with the design review as well. A lot of the things that I critique in design review, they're mistakes that happened because the person used the wrong tool. So hopefully you've seen, as we've gone through this process, you know, I've got my little sketch here, which was fine, you know, as a concept. But instead of using the pen tool or the pencil tool or any of that, it was basic shapes, cutting them, combining them. All this faff that I've gone through is because I want my design to be like perfect. I want it to be geometrically precise, you know? Yeah, exactly, Badava. Critical thinking is pretty much critical thinking. I suppose, yeah, let's join those up. Okay, so how are we feeling about this now then? Or have I just, this is the thing, have I just created a random mess? Let's try chopping out some more bits. Sometimes it is a case of just trying out, chopping out different bits and seeing how it looks. Essentially what I'm asking, is this an idea that you think is worth pursuing? Yeah, that's a bit nicer. Bringing it a bit lower, I think.
Finally, my robot is finished.
Amazing. That is considerably better than the stuff you did last week, which is good because it means you're learning. Really good. Nice.
Yeah. I'm a designer like my dada.
We should put you on the we should put you on my masterclass. It will enroll you into the course. That would be interesting. It might be a bit much.
No.
It might be a little bit much for your little pea brain.
Wait.
Sorry.
Wait, I've got pea brain.
Yeah, you got a lovely brain. I love your brain. It's beautiful.
Oh, that's nice of you to say, but just to let you know.
What are you saying? Huh?
Nothing.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
Better not be disrespecting your elders there, boy. The disrespect travels down. Right. How am I going to get that lower? Oh, I don't know. Actually, that might. It looks nice. I don't know if it mucks up the geometric precision of it all, though. I don't want to mess up everything I've just done. It's looking good so far. Maybe the roundness is making it off, in my opinion. Looks fine. Could serve also as a cartoon character. Maybe a bee if you added eyes. How old is he? He's 8. Making the top of the G that little tip into a mug handle on the other side of the G. Maybe, yeah. We could do the ear, do something else with the ear. Who is with us today, Dan? Ah, that's my son. My son Leo. He's doing some design over there. Oh, no. That looks good with the loops when the loops are connected. Yeah, I wonder actually. Could we do something with the... Let's Try reflect tooling that, and then we'll rotate it round. Yeah, maybe. Might be onto something there. And this is cool. We haven't even got to like playing around with the widths tool and trying to kind of replicate the serif styling yet, which I'm quite looking forward to. I think that will sort of, I'm really keen to kind of go that sort of serif route. Let's try it with this and see how it looks before I get. I think this is still in a pretty good place here. So where's my reference? Where's my G? God, we really have gone down the rabbit hole with this idea, haven't we? I didn't think I was going to spend so long on it. This is why I love doing these streams with the what was I going to say? The streams kind of with everyone else because there's just so many great ideas. You have to shift over a little bit. Yeah, right. Okay, let's have a go. Let's have a go. Width tool, width tool, width tool. So, let's find the middle. Chunk you up. There. And we'll bring that one down there. Nice. Do you see what I mean? Like it adds like just a bit of, it just makes it look a little bit more elegant. We can really kind of fine tune that tapering as well. And the width tool's great. If you're not a dab, like if you're like me and you're not a dab hand with a brush like this, you know, like I'm not a lettering person, but it means I can kind of add that sort of tapering effect. The same with illustration and stuff. If you're doing like a cartoon, you could draw it all one width, and then you can taper off certain parts of the line to kind of just give it that sort of look. So now I've got to. This is going to be tricky. So I might have to try and separate this into two parts. That piece. And then the other piece. It's just going to make applying the tapering a bit easier, I think. So now I can... wait, what have I done? Have I messed that one up? I think I might have messed that one up there. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. Don't know what happened there. So now I can apply the tapering to the different bits a bit easier. So I kind of want... selecting the wrong one. I'm going to lock that. Makes it easier to select this one. The lock is Command or Control 2. So if you ever have trouble selecting something and it won't lock it. So, okay, so we're going to continue. Let's unlock that and we'll lock the other one. We'll do the main one first, actually. So I want it thicker on the sides and thinner on the top. And I want that thickness to match the other parts of the S. So the thickest parts of the S that I've done. guess on this side it's going to have to naturally taper off. And if we unlock that and then lock the other one again, now I can bring that down so it kind of matches. And this one's got really chunky, so I'm just going to bring that in. Nice. Not too bad. It needs a bit of tweaking. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. So you see here the continuity of that. So I might have to make that one a bit wider.
Gradient tool.
Let's just lock those. We'll make this a bit wider. So I need it to kind of start with the same width. There we go. That's not perfect, but that's an easy fix. Yeah, this needs to be much thinner over here as well. It needs to almost taper off to like a really fine point, I think. Or, no, maybe a thicker point. As you can see, it's very easy to kind of screw it up with the width tool. The bottom part looks like smoke coming out of a cup. Yeah, there's definitely something cup smoke shape here. It's also sort of quite nice about it. It's a bit more subtle. It's not so sort of not very in your face. In the ear as well. I think this will work very nicely with the whole width tool thing. So we'll start small. Yeah, nice. It's just that loop as well. It's knowing where to put the thick and the thin parts, and I'm obviously working with... And I could expand this. I could expand this stroke into a fill, but then I can't use the width tool anymore. So I've got to kind of try and make sure that I get as much done now as I can before I expand that stroke, and I sort of lose that flexibility. Yeah, that's looking a little bit better, I think. Obviously, obviously that bit on the right's awful, but that's fine. That's an easy fix. I mean, I could just smooth tool over that. As you can see, the smooth tool does sometimes mess up your geometry. So if you've gone to the trouble of making your geometry nice, you can see it can go a bit weird. But that, you know, expanding it would be an easy fix. And I want to be consistent with my tapering as well. You know, you can see the top part of the G, that goes a lot thinner than this part. So I kind of want to try and keep them a bit more consistent. Hey, Annette, good to see you again. Shine and grind. Almost. Oh, right. Oh, let's unlock that. Don't want to leave that behind.
Beep.
Squish it down. No, that's awful. Oh, what do we think to that?
I love it.
You like it?
It's a G and an S.
Hey, Jordan. Yes, Jordan. I think it was your idea, wasn't it? The coffee machine brand. Yeah, we've got a few different ideas. Yeah, it's difficult. I think I like it. I just don't know if I've gone a bit too mental and I've gone too far down this, like I said, this rabbit hole of um yeah.
Trying to make a mind blown emoji.
Nice. I think where the S and C meet is a little off still. Yeah, I think you're right. It's this bit here. I think it doesn't taper off enough. So maybe I need to actually. Maybe I need to do this one. Maybe I need to keep that thicker, and then I can thicken this one up so that has like a much more noticeable tapering effect. Do you see what I mean? So I'm thickening it up a bit more than I would. Also, this one here, I think this needs to be a bit thicker like the S. Yeah, there we go. That and the S are a bit closer now. Yeah, it's just that last little bit, isn't it? I think it needs to be like a really fine point. But I'm confident I could fix that, you know. Bring the top S center to the right, same width as top curve. Oh, what you mean bring it over there? I mean, this is what I mean about have I gone a bit too far with it? Is this actually better? Keeping it all a consistent width. I know I've tried to make it elegant. Oops. There we go. We'll do a poll. Any lurkers? Any lurkers on stream today? Moosh, I know you like to lurk sometimes. Which one do you think has more potential? 1 or 2? Serifs or kind of more of a uniform width? Get a poll, Danny. Yeah, absolutely. I like the early ones. When you say early ones, which ones do you mean? What, early iterations of this one or like the other designs entirely? Okay, 67% are saying 1 at the moment. That's pretty telling. Yeah, I think you're right actually. Who said that about the crescent? Hutton, yeah, the C kind of looks like a crescent. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I've gone a little bit wrong with that the top of the G. If you look at the actual, where is it? There you are, letter G. It kind of is a circle essentially on top. And I think I've sort of lost that. How have I got coffee on my glasses?
Can't wait. I'm definitely going to win this.
You're going to win this, eh?
Absolutely.
I do hope not. Okay, right, yeah, I think it's pretty conclusively we're going to go with number 1. So, okay, we'll keep the serifs. We'll let's get some jazzy background music going. I don't know. We could do music in future, maybe. Is that something everyone would like? A bit of background music? I mean, I've got my Avenged Sevenfold blasting in my ears, so I'm fine. But you know, if you guys would like some music as well, I don't know. I think I thought that people would just kind of put their own music on, but the one you selected for 2, you selected it just as I was typing. Flip the crescent. Huh. Yeah, I think. Right, I think the S is good. Let's copy this. Bring him down there. And let's make this simple.
Look at that. The drawing emoji, but it's like
nice.
neon, kind of.
Very good. Right, let's get rid of you. So no one's really said anything about the bottom of the S. So I feel like the bottom of the S is perhaps the stronger part. And it's just this. The top part that I think probably needs some work. So let's go back and work on the top part then. So I'll keep that connection, follow the actual G. So we'll chunk that up, chunk it up on that side, and then make it thinner, thinner. It's kind of squished the shape down a bit, so I'm just going to pull it up to sort of give it that slightly nicer shape. And then I guess this one would just taper off to like a point. And have a nice continuity there. Where's me ear gone? Okay. How are we feeling about that? Othman, hello. Welcome. This is good? Okay. Looking good, says Nick. Okay. Yeah, if I just grab the other one, the old crescent one. Yeah, I think it's fair to say that that works probably better. And the thing is, I could even bring this down a bit. Do you know what I mean? I can move this up and down if I wanted it to feel more G-like. Might be alright where it is. Morning, friends. Sick today. Oh, no. Sick today, so slow a start to my day. Oh, that's rubbish, man. Oh, goodness. I had the old cold flu thing like for a couple of weeks recently. I'm pretty much better now, but it's just irritating. It's irritating when you when you teach and speak for a living and you literally lose your voice and then you just can't get on with stuff. Crescent maybe a little thicker. Can you stretch the S a bit? Like expanded. Crescent a bit. Yeah, I think I've gone off this one. I want to go more towards this one. One thing I could do though with this is you could see the biggest problem I had with the crescent one is I kind of disrupted the actual form of, I think that was quite an important part of the G. This looks definitely more like a G. Like a G.
GG.
I wonder if something like this. Ooh, what do we think to that? What do we think to that? Maybe just one side? Or both sides, maybe. So it still maintains the G, but we're kind of making that S more prominent. So we've got the S more prominent, but we've still got the form of the G. Do you know what I mean? So then what I would probably do is I would, we are fully down the rabbit hole on this one now. We go deep on this one. This is getting so granular. Like I've forgotten about the actual, you know, any kind of logo type or anything. We're going deep with the GS. So we've got four versions. So we've got the cut there. I always forget what it's called. It's trump delay or something. You know, making cuts in negative space. Not negative space, just making cuts and designs to accentuate details. I need to get that kind of that trump delay on a post-it note and stick it on my monitor. This is kind of what I would do though, is I would try and, you could have it all just flow together, but sometimes it's quite nice to sort of cut out little details. But you've got to get the cuts in the right place. It has consumed you. Yeah, you're right on it. It's fully consumed me. Oh no, I'm late. No, we're still going, Tanvir. We're still going. Poll it, Danny. Oh, I wouldn't do a poll with 4 because I think it's kind of like when you give a client too many choices, it's just a bit much. So I think, you know, design-wise, I'm gonna get it to a point, and then yeah, maybe if I've got 2 that I'm split on or 3, we'll do a poll again. But as Arnett just very rightly said, it has fully consumed me. Oh no, what has happened? Okay, so the bottom 4, I'm going to stick the white in a different place. This is just it sometimes. It is just playing around and trying to get it in the right spot that it just, you know, it looks right. So we'll do one there. We'll do one there, maybe taper that off. Oof, no, I don't like that one. Hey there, brother. I was currently watching your molten metal tutorial, which I'm going to add in a smoke effect. I saw you were live and wanted to say thank you. Oh, amazing. You're welcome. Thank you very much. Yeah, that molten effect is that was a fun one to make. Yeah, so I think at this bottom row here, I'm trying to move the cut over here, but you see the problem is now I think I'm just making cuts for the sake of it. This cut is serving no purpose. Up here, what I'm doing is I'm actually just cutting into the top of the G, and the purpose is that it's accentuating the S, but not detracting from the G. So actually trying to put the cut over here on the right is kind of pointless because it doesn't serve that purpose. It's just which one. If any of them, maybe. I don't know. Maybe none.
Maybe all of them.
Hey?
Maybe all of them.
All of it. We can't use all of them, can we? I'm kind of leaning to the one on the right, if I'm honest. I'm going to get rid of these two. Yeah, a process of elimination. I think... Although I don't know if I've messed it... From changing the width here, it feels like the bottom now is leaning to the left a bit. And I don't know if that's just my brain. And we're kind of getting into the sort of territory of optical alignment now where, you can't really rely on the tools. And something might technically be aligned correctly, but it actually isn't. Or maybe I've just gone mental. Like, I don't know. Yeah, probably. What do you guys think? Fun little quick tip. I've just drawn a line here as a guide. That's obviously not ideal because it has more thickness. But if you draw the line, go down to guides and select make guides, and it will actually turn that line into an actual guide. And then I can kind of hide show it and snap to it. Right looks more elegant and luxurious. Yeah, I
agree.
Okay, let's have a look. What are people saying? Pajama's like 3. And you like 1 as well. 2 or 3. Yeah, they're gone now. Moosh, I like 2 or 3. Since I cannot decide, I would base my decision by the fact that steam rises, so the S will probably rise above the empty space. So I'll pick 2. 2 and 3. Is that the ones I got rid of? It looks tilted. Yeah, okay. Not just me going totally bonkers. Yeah, that's going to be a tricky one to solve. Might be able to solve it just by rotating it, actually. I think it's down here as well. I think this bit needs to be a bit pinch thicker. Yeah, I think the thickness is ever so slightly in the wrong place. I don't know if I can change this now. If I start adding too many kind of control points for the thickness, it can muck it up. Maybe tilting it and actually just moving it to the right. I know that might be a bit naughty. Again, thickness here isn't as much as here, so I have to thicken that one up. You know, these two thick points, the thickest points have got to be consistent. Same up here, actually. In fact, what I can do is double click this and I can get the width there. So if we go for a width of 6, and I'll double click here, we'll punch in 6 as well. I know then all my maximum width points, they're all going to be 6. So at least I know now they're consistent mathematically. We've got precision in there. Yeah, this bottom one looks way off. I might.
So is this like still on a coffee thing you're working on?
Say again?
So is this still like the coffee thing?
This is still the coffee thing, yeah. We're still going. Oh. Don't tilt it, please. Yeah, we are. We are deep down in the GS rabbit hole. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
I love the robot.
That's so good. Right. Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. Right, so I've got to use the width tool without distorting the shape. Let's get that thin point done first. Maybe if I move the thicker part of the width over here. And what we got, 6, so that's cool. So because I've put the thicker part over here, it might kind of lean a bit more to the right, maybe. That's what I'm hoping, anyway. Oh, no. Right, that kind of messes up my... If I start adding points, it messes up what I've done. This is when I'm going to have to expand it now. So I can't adjust the width of that anymore, which isn't ideal. But it was causing too many problems. So we're committed to certain elements now. And I can now have a go at doing the bottom part. Let's get the knife tool, because that's got a fill now. That's when the knife tool is you use. Scissor tool is for paths, and knife tool is for solid fills.
Whoa.
All right, we width tool this one. Right. I feel like that is looking more centered. Not sure if the thickness is quite right, but it feels more centered. It's got a bit more weight over here. I'm going all the way down this rabbit hole with you. Excellent. Go on. Let's all just pile in. There's plenty of room for everyone. Oh, Moosh, thank you for the $10. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, hang on. I can heart the super chat. Hang on. Let's do a heart. Thank you so much. Thank you for your dedication to teaching us some amazing tips through these streams. I always leave with something learned. Amazing. Excellent. That's what it's about. Thank you so much.
Did he just send you £10?
Moosh did, yeah. Yeah, she sent me £10. That's very, very kind of her. Thank you.
That's nice.
The pleasure is all mine. I absolutely love doing these. Right. I don't know. Maybe I could keep that width. Maybe we just say screw typography, you know? We just... Yeah, that bumpy, kinky bit. Kinky bit. That's easily sorted out. But to me, that looks a bit more centered. Oh, it's just that middle bit. If I start rocking backwards and forth in a minute, you can... that's when we need to call for help, I think.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
My daddy's weird.
You see, now it's not a stroke now, so I have to really... oh, it becomes a real pain trying to edit these. Join the course and learn a lot more. Arnett, is that you telling other people to join the course, or are you telling me to join my own course? What's the name of the coffee machine company? That's the problem. We've forgotten the name. It's Grind and Shine. But I think the reason I'm committed to this is I feel like there is a beautiful mark at the end of this. Like, I wouldn't put this much time into, you know, going completely mental like this if I didn't think that it was worth it. It looks tilted because the top thick part of the S, was centered, but the bottom thick part was off on the left side. Yeah, I know. It's where I've changed the thickness. So I've got to counterbalance that, and I've kind of achieved that in a way by making this part thicker. But then there's just two... This kind of whole design, this sort of serif style, works going from thick to thin in different places, as you've probably seen. But the problem now is we've got, like, here, it sort of goes thick to thin. That's fine. But then this entire massive long section is just the same uniform width. And it doesn't start tapering again until about here. So it kind of solves one problem in the alignment, but it also creates another problem in that it kind of, it ruins the sort of, the whole kind of thick thin thing on the serif. So I don't know. Maybe I should go back to this. Maybe I was just... Did I rotate that one? I just don't know if I've gone mental. I don't know if I've gone too mad. Can we just stretch it? Can I do that? Is that a bit naughty? To just stretch it over? Or move it, maybe? It feels a bit naughty. I feel like it does kind of solve the problem, though. Oh, hang on, I've got the wrong widths. Let me just put the 6 width in. Just a little promo to show my support. Excellent, thank you. I appreciate that. You've done a good job so far. Thank you, Hutton. We're all mad here. Yeah, I know. I think we're all going to end up mad after this one. We're going to have dreams about G and S. I think the pinch is too thin. Try and match the top of the S. Yeah, a Friday stream, Mike. I know, I didn't expect it either. I got carried away yesterday, and apparently that's exactly what's happening today as well. I think the pinch is too thin. Which part? Try and match the... Oh. Would you mean this bit here? To thicken it up or make it thinner? Yeah, you gotta be careful with the width tool because you can add too many points and it can get a little bit... It sort of ruins the continuity of some of the curves. Ugh, such a perfectionist. Sometimes I irritate myself. It's so annoying. Although I'm, you know, for all... Look at this! What's happening? Oh no! Oh guys, no. Oh. Right, that's it. Sparkling water. Yeah. Hutton's like, oh god. Oh lord.
Hey Daddy, watch this.
Nice.
Look. There's how many cubes that I used on that robot.
Oh goodness. So yeah, for anyone who's just joined, this is sort of where we started. This is where it began, the G and the S. It was like, right, GS. We're gonna get this, yeah. GS, coffee cup. Nice. There we go. That's the G and the S idea. That had potential. That was where GS kind of started. And I think it's good actually. You know, maybe that's me being in denial. I think it's good because this was the rough concept, sort of trying to see if it has any legs before committing the time to it. I think it's fair to say that the time spent has actually significantly improved that. Yeah. Andrew Tate must be proud of those G's. I think it's fair to say out the two, the one on the right is definitely top G. Definitely. Tom Beer's like, oh my god. I think the thin part on the bottom of the S is a tad too thin. Right. Let's try and thicken it up then. Let's thicken it up. Yeah, I think we are getting into the sort of the very granular stuff now, which is good. This is kind of like, this is where I like to play. Although I feel like I've messed up this shape here, but I don't know if that's an issue. Like it was. Oh, it was all nice and balanced before, and now I've messed it up. But I don't know if that's an issue. Like that might not be an issue. Where's Real G? Real G, where have you gone? Here you are. I see you hiding. It's like a Where's Wally, isn't it? Where's the G?
Where's Wally?
What's Where's Wally? You don't know where's what? Oh, it's brilliant. My goodness. Goodness me. I think, Moosh, that $10 is going towards therapy after this one. That's too much like a G, I think. Maybe. Yeah, I feel like that sort of undoes a lot of the work that we've done, and I can't do that. I think we can all agree it's slowly getting better, though. Yeah, I'd like to think so. I'd like to think so. Make the top S taper a bit more. Do you mean, when you say make it more, Bidaba, do you mean make it taper off to a thicker point or taper off to a really fine point? I suppose this point here and... I mean, I'm guessing you mean thicker? I don't know. I feel like it loses some of the elegance by going too thick. I want there to be like a difference between the thick and the thin. I think that's where a lot of the elegance is. Have you thought about color? So we're not even there. We're not there yet. No. Should I always use the golden ratio in logo design? No, absolutely not. You can do, but it's not essential. It's fun to play around with, and me personally, I don't use golden ratio, but I will use circles and geometric shapes, as you may have seen in the stream so far. So I will use kind of those basic shapes, but I won't always just like try and fit something to the golden ratio, because sometimes the design doesn't warrant it. Best idea, start from scratch. No, Revere, we cannot do that.
Start from scratch.
We are not
How
starting
long have
from...
we even been here?
I don't know. How long have we been here?
Alexa, how long have we been here?
We don't have an Alexa
A
here.
million minutes. A million minutes?
I don't know. When I first see the golden ratio guidelines on the old Twitter logo, I was shocked. Don't scrap it. We'll be bottomed you. No, we're not scrapping it. But I think we're getting into, like I said before, we're getting into sort of the side of optical alignment side of things. And it's very much, you know, using your eye as a designer to try and judge what's off, and then it's like trying to solve it. Which kind of means just staring at it for hours, apparently. Maybe if I just bring it down a bit. Sometimes what I do when I'm really not sure like this is I will actually just take the design, we'll expand the whole thing, and I'll just make it white and throw it on a black background, because it just gives me like a different perspective on something I've been staring at for so long. And sometimes you can also zoom out as well. You know, sometimes it's just like, okay, let's look at that in a slightly different way. Does it look good? Does it look nice? And sometimes the bits that aren't working stand out a little bit obviously when you kind of switch up the environment. Like, I don't know if it's this bit here, this shape. It was all symmetrical before and now it's not. The distance now depends on your emotional state. Oh, goodness. Did we scrap the negative space? Yes, I think so, yeah. I think it's fair to say it's good. It's definitely good. Let's try and see if I can just puppet warp this. Oh no, this is a bad idea. Oh no. Ooh. See, the execution of that's terrible. It messes a few of the shapes up, but I actually quite like the positioning of the circle, I think. I don't know. I don't know what I think. Can I even trust myself anymore? Or have I gone mental? Sometimes it is a case of going back to an earlier version as well. So I think before I started slanting everything, is it this one? Let's grab that. And
Make a good
burger. Just to bring back that sort of balance. I just had a bit of symmetry here, which was nice. There's a line. Let's get a nice big red line. See what I'm doing there? So those points, I'm kind of moving it to bring back the symmetry. Right, okay. Symmetry, good. But then now I think it's these parts. Maybe I need to move them over slightly. Yeah, maybe it's just as simple as that. But by moving these individual anchor points, I'm not disrupting that sort of symmetry up there. Okay. Come on, calm down, Dan. Let's go for 7. No, I think we're going to have to go for 6 on the width. If the line isn't long enough and you make it too, if it's like a shorter distance and you go thick to thin too quickly, it can mess up the curve. Yeah, so that definitely looks a bit more balanced now, just because I've shifted those bottom points to the right. The crescent phase, those were the good times. I think that's better. I honestly think that's better. And we've maintained and not like that. Yeah, we've got that nice symmetry there. That's not too bad. Not too bad on the continuity there. Might just bring that down a bit. Weird bit sticking out there. Oops. We're getting there, though. We are getting there. Yeah, that's looking better. I was gonna say my spidey sense is tingling. Then we're getting better. Yeah, there we go. So this is something else I'm going to obsess over now. Hopefully not for as long. But this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at this curve. It's got a flow. And I feel that the width tool... Yeah, here specifically. This is the bit that's looking weird. You see there? Doesn't flow. So I'm going to have to try and fix that. How am I going to do that? Good question, Dan. Might have to manually draw something in there. So let's just... This is where I would probably resort now to the pen tool. I want to continue that curve. There you go. Do you see what I mean? You notice that throughout this entire process, we haven't actually used the pen tool an awful lot. Let's bring it lower. Not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. Nice. Oh, this is good. This is good. You could see now when we do design review, you could see why I obsess and I point out all these sort of seemingly insignificant details. It's just like the kind of thing I'm drawn to. And I think it does matter as well. It's just really, really granular. Does the ear stick out any more or less than the right side of the S? I mean, the ear's coming out of the G. And I think that is quite important because it helps it look more like a G. It's a stroke again. Yeah, so it's a stroke again now. Apart from that little bit I've just penciled in there. It's now a stroke. But you see what I mean? Like, when I converted it to a fill and I lost that ability to control the stroke, specifically the width, you can see that as soon as I had to change anything, it was a nightmare. It's just not doable because you've got to change both sides of the path. Whereas when it's a stroke, it's just a single line and I can control the entire line in one go. That's why you only want to go and expand everything if you have no other choice. Certain things you do in Illustrator, certain effects, certain, you might try and combine shapes with the Pathfinder tool. You got to expand first because otherwise it just will break everything. But if you don't need to expand, don't expand is kind of the sort of rule that I go by. I feel like there has to be something unique in the logo so it gets stuck in your head. Yeah. Nice, better, yes. Why not join the paths? Which paths? If you mean all these individual pieces. So the reason I did these as separate paths, even with the S, I broke that into those two bits, is because I think earlier we had it looped. So earlier on, it was kind of this bit here. It was sort of looped like that. And controlling it all as one path, especially if you have these kind of these points here where the kind of the angle is quite acute. The width tool can go a bit mental with very sharp angles. If I just show you. There we go. I grab the width tool. Do you see what I mean? It doesn't handle those sharp angles very well. So I wanted them as separate lines so I could control them independently. And it's pretty easy as well because I just make the width. As long as I make the width line up here between these two, it's all good. Right. I think that's now right. What do we do with this? What do we actually do with this now? Great. We've got a G and an S. It's looking pretty solid. What do we do with it? Oh, no. This has been a journey. This has definitely been a journey. Right. What's the font? Cormorant. Yeah, we'll just do that. There we go. Grind and shine. Can we just type the word? Please. I think it would probably look quite nice actually if we maybe stack it. I mean, you know, of course we'd need it to work in a variety of different use cases as well. We couldn't just... Let's just have a quick play though and see how we can get it looking. Maybe if I make this bolder, it will kind of fit a bit more. Hmm. Hmm. It's at this point, it's like, does this actually work, or have you just spent ages doing a nice GS? Hmm. I wonder. No. I don't know what I was doing there.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it looks quite nice with it stacked. Hmm. It's just trying to consider how it works as part of a logo. You know, I feel like I'm kind of just tacking on the grind and shine text. Move the shine underground. Yes. Because it's a taller logo, it might be better to have them stacked. And of course, it'd be rude not to try it in caps as well. Might disrupt the elegance of everything. Might look a little bit aggressive. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, see, it works as like a sort of vertically stacked logo. Side by side, text left aligned. What you mean? This one here. Oh, maybe it's the weight. It's the weight. Yeah, and I prefer the regular weight. I don't like the thicker weight. Or hang on, no. Maybe right. Maybe it's just the typeface. Let's try a different one. So it still need to be a serif for it to kind of work with the last 10 hours we spent doing this. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe a sans serif. What do you think? Do you think do you think we should be locked into a serif typeface to match the serif mark, or do you think that we could still use something clean and then kind of juxtapose the serif and the elegance of the mark with a sort of cleaner logo type? Cream Puff, nice. Let's use that. There's a font called Cream Puff.
What? That makes no sense. Cream Puff.
If you remind me at the end, we'll show everyone what you've been working on.
Wait, really? Wait, you've been doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they could decide who's won. You or me.
Hey?
They could decide who's won, you or me.
No, because they'll say you. They'll troll me and say that you won.
Is Daddy a bit shy?
Where the grind is on top of and shine. Yeah, I think it works when it's stacked nicely, but because, I'm just kind of imagining this on a website, this would be the harder use case. So I'm kind of working with the harder use case. I think I could make most of them kind of look nice stacked. Oh, that's interesting. Put the logo as an ampersand. Oh, that could work. Okay, we'll put a pin in that. That's a good idea. Grind and shine are both 5 characters long as well, and the characters occupy a very similar space, so we could get like a really nice symmetry there. That's a really good suggestion. Who was that? Who said that? Bartiboro. Yeah, nice. I thought I would take a break from PDF troubleshooting and rage to live design and chill. Hey, Ben. Gritabled and scrutably. Okay, so right, we're gonna go with serif. Oh, it's my font. Dan Sans Bold. Okay. Oh, that's. I like elements of that. Okay, let's pop that to one side. We've got what? Didot? Let's keep going. This is what I like to do, is I typically just sort of wrangle a few fonts together and then process of elimination kind of knock out the ones that I'm less keen on. Essones. How's that stack up against Didot? Yeah, that's nice as well. Very similar, but, we'll put it over there anyway. Sorry, let me zoom out a bit. Oh no! We've collided with everything else. Hang on. We need space.
I like the coffee machine. I like the coffee machine there.
The coffee machine, yeah.
The coffee machine you made.
Okay. Hello, Dansky from Haiti. Hey, Paul. Welcome. Keep the consistency, says Arnett. Okay. What's that clean and thin font? It looks really good. Clean and thin one. I've got quite a few. That's nice. A little bit condensed. Nice ampersand, though. Fjord. Forum. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. It's always better when doing this to just grab... Yeah! Friendly monster. Love it. Let's do that. It's always better when doing this to kind of get more than you might need, and then, you know, you can always knock them out. Garamond, no, not feeling that. Gatsby. Oh, stars dotting the eyes. Not my thing. It's not my thing. Gotham. Oh, yeah. That is a nice font, actually. There's a clean one. Oh, I've got Gotham selected. Nice. It would be nice to have a serif font if I can find a good match. I think I'll be able to. Hoofla. It's the problem with these serif fonts. A lot of them look so similar. Hello, Dansky from Oklahoma. Hey, Benjamin. Welcome. Ben says, client has used the edit PDF tool to add burned in text comments. I'm scouring pages for dumb comments instead of importing smart comments to InDesign. Oh, no. The future is never. Oh, I feel your pain, Ben. Goodness. Some of those sans serifs look really good. Like Times New Roman, yeah. Comic Sans of Paris. Cannot go wrong. Nice. I see you're trolling there, Rabbi. Very good. Latin Modern Roman. Yeah, maybe. Go on then. I'll bite. Let's see. There we go. Oh, where's my font not changing? Oh, there we go. Okay. Right, I don't want to spend too long on this because this is probably not as interesting to watch as everything else. Mangolane? That's kind of nice. Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe it's a bit condensed, but if I spread that out a bit, and it's got some interesting kind of characteristics with some of the parts of the letters as well. Right, let's just, before we spend forever looking at bloody serif fonts, let's see what we got here. Okay, we've got 6 contenders. I feel like I'm feeling the ones with the flat serifs. That might be more of a personal thing. If you see you've got these gradual serifs and the bottoms here are kind of bumped and curved, I'm not really feeling that. So I'm gonna Get rid of that one. We'll stick you in the no-no pile. I quite like the elegance of this one. You see the G here. It has the sort of... It has those flat bottoms, but it has the kind of elegance in the curves and things. What's that? That's in the yay maybe pile. Let's give these names. Yay. I like this one, but it's just too angular. There's not enough. Even the R, it's too sharp. So I'm going to kind of knock that one out. It doesn't mirror the nice curves and the elegance of the mark that I've spent, that we've spent forever doing. Again, raised bottoms here. I don't want, we don't want no raised bottoms. Which one was, yeah, this one. No raised bottoms. Haha. Okay, nice and flat. Again, too angular. It's just too, and I don't like that curve. That's not especially nice. So you are in the goodbye column. Last contender. Yeah, it's got some good curves and a bit of elegance, but it's just not as nice as this one. Yeah, like even just looking at this part of the R, I forget what that's called, but this top one is way nicer than that one. Nice and round on the bottom of that sort of drop. Not so much there. Very sharp edges. Slightly curved edges. I think that top one is going to take it. That's kind of how I think anyway, you know, process of elimination. So what do we got as the font? We got Esones. Nice. So let's try and make this work. I think this is a good fit. We'll do those as separate words because I want to try and put it in the middle. I don't know if it's going to work as an ampersand or not. Does that work as an ampersand or not? Hey, Joshua, welcome. I got to go. Goodbye. Oh, okay. Thank you for joining. See you later. We've been going for a while now, haven't we? Looks good, but don't think it does the job as an ampersand. Are you going to demonstrate some mock-ups to see how it works? I'm going to play around with some kind of different lock-ups of how it could work on web and print. I can see that. Okay, I can see. It's clearly a lowercase g. Tim! Hello, mate. Thank you for joining. It's clearly a lowercase g. Excellent. Right. Well, Tim, if you've just joined, mate, then this is this is where we've gone from. We started over here and we went down the GS rabbit hole. Just to anyone who still survived and made it this far on the stream, you know, I salute you. I think we've done well.
Congratulations.
Congratulations indeed. We've come out the other side now.
Yeah, we've been here for hours.
It's a beautiful lowercase g. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. Kai, looking beautiful. It's intended to be a G and an S. So for anyone who has just joined, sort of the process was, can we combine the G and the S? It started out very freehand, obviously like this. Freehand, real letter G, and then this was the kind of geometric version with a uniform width.
Yeah, that's a good joke.
And then that transitioned into kind of playing with the width tool and making it more of a serif, a bit more elegant. Oh, goodness, we got there. But the big question now is, does that work as an ampersand? Do you read that as grind and shine, or is it just... Do you know what I mean? Where's my medal? You are exploring. Absolutely. We are all explorers here today. And we're survivors. What about sans serif and less tracking? Yeah, we got this version up here. I mean, maybe lowercase, actually. Oh, that's a tough one. The GS metaverse, indeed. Yeah, we can tell it's a G and an S. Nicely done. Good. Excellent. That's good. Savoy and edit that. Let's just try Savoy. See. Oh no. No. Kai says I don't read it as an ampersand. Still looks good though. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I read it as grind shine. Yeah, so the fact that some people are reading it as grind shine and there's still, you know, there's a bit of not controversy, but there's a bit of a split there. To me, that says that's an issue already. Gotta jump. Lovely to see you, Ginger Face. Speak soon. For sure, man. Catch you later. Don't forget, the typeface you choose has a great ampersand. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a bit wonky. A bit slopey wonk. I'm not sure. But I think, yeah, we might have to concede that it ain't working. Grind, shine. Let's try it. Let's try it stacked. Stack it up. Oh, that could work. Oh, that ampersand. There's just never enough space on an artboard, is there?
Nope.
I swear there was another ampersand that was nice, that I preferred. This one. Didot, yeah. I prefer that one. I think it was that one anyway. Or was it that one? Mangolane. Okay, Didot and Mangolane. Let's try it and just see if we can get away with it. Mangolane. Yeah, maybe. Maybe that one. Bring that tracking down. Bit naughty there, just, you know. Hmm. Might have to scrap the G as an amper. Yeah, stacked. I love a good ampersand more than the next guy, but maybe could also just try a small plus. Yeah. Goodness. Got a full-on collision going on over here. Right, guys, we're gonna have to go down. We're just gonna have to grab all this and jump down here. Yeah, stacked is quite nice. I gotta be honest, I like stacked as well. It sort of fits the height a little bit more. It's just where to... Ah, the thin plus is quite nice. And it's subtle as well. That could work. I think the thing about the ampersand as well is I feel like it was clashing with this because they're kind of both very sort of not similar shapes, but they're kind of elegant in the same way. And I feel like having the plus a bit more set back, it still kind of matches the sort of the thin kind of parts of the lettering. I don't know if it's too thin though. Oh, we could chunk it up a bit. There we go. Oh, I didn't really do anything. Ha. Oh well, I could chunk that up if I needed to. Stacking the grind and shine, but combining the eye. Yeah, see, that's something I would try to avoid. We did do like another design that was like that. Actually, before I write that off, because you don't want to have it too over designed. There was a version over here just to kind of grab this version and bring it into the mix. So this was a version that I put to one side earlier, which I'm not going to lie, I do like. I wonder if... I don't know if the style is going to line up as smoothly as I would like it to. It's just a bit of a mess, really. That just looks a bit messy. Toss the extra S. Could stack with capitals and then put a plus in between vertically. See if there's a space between the... Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's a good shout, Kai. We've got something like that. Where was it? Is it this one? Something like that. It's the kind of thing, it's unfortunate. It does work really nicely stacked. It's just getting a good implementation with it on the side. Maybe it's just the sizing. I mean, does that work? The plus is quite subtle. I mean, it's kind of a little bit, it's a real gem that it lines up with the eye and the plus, and the whole thing is still centrally aligned. So it kind of sets itself up perfectly to be stacked like that. Can we use a shine icon, the 4-point star, in place of the plus? I don't. Oh, It's an interesting idea. Could we apply some sort of serif styling to it? Let's. Okay, so that's that. What do we got there? There's the eye. Shine. So let's chop that out. We'll chop that out. I know what you mean. Okay, let's get a circle. Distort, pucker, and bloat. Or pucker that a little bit. Doesn't really work like a plus, I don't think. Remove the dot from the top of the eye and make it... I don't know about that, no. And we could have the sparkle on top of the eye, but that, like I said earlier, sparkle stars, hearts, and things, dotting eyes is not something I'm too keen on. What I will try is... I'm just going to try using the word and actually being written. And I'm doing it with this one as well. Bless you, my boy. Right. What about that? Kind of maintains that symmetry. And then we don't have ampersands and pluses, so we don't have symbols. And so then this, the S, becomes the only symbol. So this isn't fighting against a plus or an ampersand or anything like that. And the great thing about this is as well, this is all still central, very, very balanced. Version 1, stacking it up, boom. Slightly smaller, stacked version if we needed it. Not a bad idea, and can be used in social media handles. Ampersands can't. Good point. Okay, that is another good consideration. Yeah, and I think because it is still stacked as well, it's kind of clever, really. It's stacked, it's central, but it also sits left aligned quite nicely. Could even nudge that to the right ever so slightly. And because it's stacked, it kind of works with that taller GS over here. Plus, the entire time we spent doing the GS isn't all for nothing and completely wasted. So, you know, we get to preserve our sanity, which is good. Does it matter there's no dot on the eye? I don't know. I'm not really bothered. I still think it reads grind and shine. I honestly like that. For the side-by-side one, I think the logo should be a little smaller. Hard to say, yeah. This is the point where I'll probably start mocking it up on things. Because I'm looking at this kind of just as it is now on its own. But it's not until you start mocking it up that you start to notice other things. Could put it in a circle. It could be quite nice. Give it some sort of container. And that will kind of help with the alignment because it is a very kind of, you know, ornate shape. So let's just width tool that side. One side. Why not? Why not indeed? We'll try that. What's the width tool here? Because I've resized it. 3 point. Okay, so we'll mirror that. So we're kind of matching the form of the letters. Bring it in tight. 1 point. Paste that there. So I'm copying the width. So it's kind of a bit more consistent and it matches that. But it also serves the function of it's a container, which gives it, so it makes the alignment a lot easier. Do you see what I mean? Like, if I just get rid of it a second, it's a lot harder to distinguish a clear alignment between these two elements, but now it kind of has one. And it might even sit a little bit nicer above there. That's too much sauce in the pot. Looks clean and really well. Wow, this looks good. I can't wait to see this on mock-up. The circled version would look great on a cup. Yeah. Yeah, I think it would. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like the version on its own just felt like it was missing something. I kind of like the circle. It feels a bit more like it's like an emblem, like a mark. I could see that being embossed on something. Do you know what I mean? Reminds me of a certain hotel logo. That circle alone or a round coaster will look lush. Nice. The and is so small when you put the words next to the logo. Yeah, the and is a lot smaller. That probably would need a bit of bolding up. So I'll probably pick a slightly chunkier font for readability. Or we could go with a plus there, you know. Let's not rule out the plus idea. Oh, I reckon we should go and get some food soon, shouldn't we?
At the sleepover, remember?
Hmm?
No, the sleepover.
Well, I'm sure we can go and find somewhere. Did someone just come in?
I'll check.
Do you want to go and check?
Someone breaking in.
Go and see if it's Nanny. She might have invaded.
Invaded.
I might just be hearing things. Ooh, that's quite smart. That's quite smart. And I can fix the... Is there no one there? Am I just hearing things?
Oh no, I heard it too.
You heard it as well? Okay, maybe the house is just creaky.
Maybe someone's just broken in.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they're hiding behind the door or something. They're under the sofa.
Yeah, maybe. Let's just ignore it.
Yeah, let's just ignore it.
It's not
Come
like
on.
someone-
Doesn't matter if we've been broken into. We've got a logo to design here.
Yeah.
Come on. Priorities. Yeah, okay, right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with a cross, but we'll thicken it up. The base cross was just a bit too thin.
Why are you making crosses now?
Hmm?
Why are you making crosses now?
Because it's like a plus sign, like an and.
Ah. That's cool.
Yeah, you're damn right it's cool. That's, yeah. This looks good with the plus, and in all caps is killing it. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind the fact there's no dots on the eyes either. You know, it's not exactly, it's not something, you know, it's not like no one's ever done that before, taken the dots away. We've got the plus as well, so. Because I've got to be careful. I don't want to over design this part here with the lettering. Because this is something that I sort of pick up on Design Review as well. You know, I've got this really like elegantly designed mark. And then if I go and start sort of making this over designed as well, and I start, you know, doing this and, oh yeah, let's do that. And, you know, you can suddenly end up with the whole thing looking over designed. And this should hopefully work and have a nice bit of flexibility.
I love my robot.
That's amazing. It's a massive step up from the stuff you did the other day. Okay.
Yeah, remember the cat I did the other day?
It was very good. Right, how are we feeling about this? I think we're nearly there. I think we should probably throw in some colour and call it a day on this one. Yeah, we've tried an ampersand. Coffee bean shape. I like the and it was just too small in the text. What about plus from stretched down? I like the stacked version more, I think. The good thing about the plus, where there was the problem with the and, is it wouldn't have worked in one line. But this version will work in one line. Oop, let's grab the plus properly. So this is the good thing. This version with the plus instead of the and written actually has more flexibility. Now it does look a bit weird with no dots on the eyes because it's kind of written sideways, but you know, I think the thing is if that fits in a website header or something, and you're going to have it stacked, you might not necessarily need to have it on one line. If that works in a web header, which is going to be the kind of smallest, most narrow height space you're going to need to fit it in, that I can think of anyway. All right, let's lay in some color. Let's do a nice black white first of all, and we'll see what that looks like. It's not bad, is it? It's not bad for a, you know, couple streams worth of work. What are we talking? 5 hours, maybe? 4 or 5 hours? Team effort for sure. I can't take all the credit. It's nice that your son wants to be by your side while you're each doing your thing. Oh yeah, we must remember to kind of show them what you've done at the end.
Oh yeah.
I think we've climbed out the rabbit hole. Arnett, I 100% agree with you. I think we are out the rabbit hole. I think it was a journey. I think most of us have survived. Take a moment of silence for our fallen comrades. Maybe some of them are still in the GS rabbit hole, scribbling frantically. Moosh says, if you were to create a whole branded entity, you could create a nice pattern with the plus, some coffee beans and steam or something. That's a good point. Yeah, coffee beans plus steam. You could actually even do like, you know, if we go back to the cup illustration, this kind of whatever this was, you know, a lot of people were saying that the GS looks like the cup. It looks sort of steam. So you could very easily do an illustration styled in this thick, thin serif style. Little illustrations that could, yes, make up a pattern of some sort. I'm happy with that. That's turned out all right. Okay, colors. Right, go. What should we do? Let's throw some color in. Give it a bit of life. I do like the... I mean, I got to be honest, actually. If I were to just kind of... where's my swatches? I think there's part of me that would be leaning towards a sort of a grey palette. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that looks quite smart. Maybe we could get like a nice accent color in there or something.
That's cool.
You like it?
Yeah, I like that color, and that is really cool. I like the white and the grey.
Yeah, it looks quite smart, I think. Monotone, please. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way as well a lot. We'll play around. I was thinking like, oh, maybe like an accent color or something. Like if we were to just go white for a second. Couple versions there. Get out of the way. If I were to just kind of throw an accent color in, maybe on this, you know, what color would I pick? What would it look like? Definitely not that. Coffee bean color. Uh,
I quite like the grey one.
hmm?
I quite like the grey one, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I have a feeling a few people might like that. The sage green could pair as a contrasting color. Elegant design, elegant colors, absolutely. Jeffrey says blue.
Not too bad. Quite
What
cool.
about like a lilac?
That's cool.
You think?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Doesn't work with the dark color, but
No.
if I were to switch that out for like a, do you know, we could go with a really not like a totally grey, but just almost grey, but with a hint of that purple in it. Oof, accessibility police will clamp down on me. Don't tell Mike if he's still here. Yeah, it's not working, is it? Not working. Although I like the grey actually with a hint of purple. So if we were going to go like, yeah, this is just grey over here, I feel like that on its own could look quite smart. Maybe just, 10% on the saturation. I was thinking sky blue or an orange. Dansky, have you ever done challenges for us? I think something like this could be neat for everyone else in the chat. Just a thought. Yeah, so I think I might have mentioned a month or two ago about doing competitions. And it's something that I would love to do. And I haven't mentioned it much since, but behind the scenes, I have actually got the functionality now set up on my website where I can easily add competitions. So I had to kind of set it up with a CMS in a smart way. So, we could, someone might come up with an idea on stream and I could very quickly kind of push that out onto the website. So if we do a competition, we could just announce it on stream and be like, here's the link, dansky.com, check out the details for the competition. Do you know what I mean? Rather than me having to do like a YouTube video for every competition, because it's just one of those things that it kind of it takes time to make the video and then edit it just to announce something. I feel like it'd be easier to announce the competition, to review the designs, to announce the winner, just do it all on stream. Do you know what I mean? Because then that means I could just kind of do that in real time with you all. And then the videos I make for YouTube, then I can still kind of put the time into making those. But yes, the regular competitions would be something I'd love to do, I think. If the logo is not in single color, the contrasting color becomes the recall. Just thinking. 25 gift cards to Amazon for whoever wins. Yeah, it's just thinking about prizes as well. One idea was kind of putting together like and Poppy would love to do this as well, kind of put together a box of little kind of bits and bobs for designers, things that are useful. Kind of like like a gift box with a bunch of random things that are cool for designers. Or another idea would be that wouldn't be any cost to me, which is always nice, would be to enroll someone in the course. So whoever wins, they get enrolled in the masterclass for free. I don't know. Just kind of spitballing ideas, really. But speaking of masterclass, if you've enjoyed today and you'd like to learn all the different tools, still not over that top G now. And you'd like to learn Illustrator in its entirety from beginner through to advanced, here is a link to my full course. And with the course, you get access to a community. Exactly, Reese. Segue indeed. But also, you basically get access to me. So if you ever want to DM me, if you want to know about a tool, you get stuck, whatever it is, if you enroll in my course, you are supporting me as an educator, and in turn, I will always be here to support you. So that's the way it works. And here is a link to my email list. If you sign up to this, you will get a code for 15% off the course as well. So that's always nice. It's worth doing. Hutton says, love being part of the design process today. Enjoy the rest of your day, Dansky. Oh, thank you, Hutton. Cheers.
Wait, can we show them my thing?
Absolutely, yes. We're gonna look at yours before we go.
Oh.
I think the person in last place should win, getting enrolled in your course.
Well, no, because that'd be bad. Because then people
Access to you is like a roller coaster. Hopefully, a good roller coaster. Yeah, I think the thing is, because I'm obsessed with learning and I've spent so long immersed in all of these different apps, and I love problem solving. Like you can probably tell when something goes wrong on stream. I like trying to figure it out. It becomes very useful because then if someone has a problem, invariably I will know how to solve it. Or if I don't, I will go away and figure it out. And I think that's where, like, the course is great, but I think that's where having someone on hand with experience who's just one DM away to kind of give you feedback on your work or to help you if you're stuck. I mean, I think that in itself is pretty kind of valuable, you know? The logo looks nice and the star on the eye is looking good. No, there is no star on the eye. This stream's going to be helpful for an aspiring logo designer like me. Cheers, Dan. You are very welcome, Tanvir. It's been an absolute pleasure. Access to Dansky's like vomiting in public. I strongly disagree. Cheers, Mike. Thank you. Segway ruined. There was a few times today that I noticed you were really good at problem solving. Yeah, I think that, I mean, that not just becomes because I like problem solving, but because I know how to use the tools. Like all these tools, they look really intimidating. There's so many different tools. But I guarantee that by module 2 in the course, and definitely by module 4, which is all about the drawing techniques, you will have learned most of the ones you will probably ever need to know, like the main fundamentals. Some of the other ones are great, like the graph tool, if you do data visualization and you want to be able to kind of do that sort of stuff. The mesh tool is really good. It's the tool that will give you the most realism in Illustrator, but it's also, in my opinion, the hardest tool to use. But yeah, you're learning the tools just makes it easier. You know, you have that idea in your head. Okay, I've got a problem. How am I going to make this idea come to life? I'm going to use this tool, and this process. Boom, done. So, yeah. Oh, that's tickled me, Mike. That's tickled me. Right, let's get your design. Oh my goodness. Right, let's just save that file. Let's stick it in the Dropbox. I should be able to pull that then.
Dansky Dropbox.
Hope you guys are ready for this. Okie dokie. Right.
This is basically what I've been working on.
This is what Leo's been working on for the last, I don't even know how long we've been doing this. 12:15. It's now 3:15. 3.5 hours. Jesus. My goodness. Oh, no wonder I'm hungry. Okay, so he did all this on his own in Illustrator. So I taught him the brush tool and the eraser tool last week. He had a quick crash course. So let's take a look. Okay.
That's a burger.
It is a burger, but then you scribbled over it. So I guess if we remove all this scribble, we could get back to the original burger.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I'll undo that. I'll leave your work alone. I'll respect the artist. Oh, he's used the new measurement tool. Nice. Excellent.
Don't even ask what that is.
I'm not going to. I have no idea. Anyone in the chat fancy guessing what this is? You're welcome, Badava. Hago all, it's been fun. Cheers, Jeffrey. Following people like you helps to keep me motivated and inspired to become a better designer. Thanks, Dansky. You are very welcome. It's been an absolute pleasure.
What about me?
Leo wins. No. I got an idea.
Thank you, Mr. Comments.
Mr. Comments. Right, let's Who's design? First vote, and it goes to you.
Wait, what?
Oh dear.
Someone vote for Dansky here.
What's happening? Hang on. 6 votes, and they're all for you.
What?
Oh wow, that robot is awesome. Okay, so let's while everyone's destroying any shred of confidence I've got left, let's just have a look at what else we've got. An emoji there. That's nice. I like that. We've got a star. This emoji, it's just basic shapes, but he seems to have some character. Hang on. And where's my phone? Actually, I was just going to text Poppy and let her know that we were reviewing your work. Oh, I think I might have left it in the car. Oh well.
Newest video, comments review Leo's work.
Okay. She can catch up later. I'm not sure what that is.
It's Mr. Blocky.
It's an overhead view of a small bathroom of a floor plan, and the vanity and shelf are falling down, and the tub is in the middle. Nice. Tanvir, this is art. Ask Leo, did he play Geometry Dash? Because it looks similar to it. I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I do play Geometry Dash.
Okay, let's get to the good stuff. We've got Lorem Ipsum. Nice. Whoa, what is going on over here? Who are these little fellas? Oh my god. That looks like ASDF. And they go, that's my boy. No, my boy. Father, help. Subscribe. Nice. Very good. Remember to like the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. Nice. Good little plug.
No, it's to me. Subscribe to me.
Oh, subscribe to... No. Okay, we've got GS. We've got Grind and Shine. We've got the cup effort there. Nice. That emoji seems to be missing a brain and a half. That's funny. It makes me think of a dizzy washing machine.
Wait, what?
That emoji is what happens when you don't come back from the rabbit hole.
What?
Literally, yeah. That is a whole prompt to give to an inferior designer. Leah's work, he was out without any pretension. You've got a marketing minion now. Leo just redesigned YouTube's subscribe button. Nice. I think it's better. Okay, we've got a star with an eyeball. That reminds me of the Pokemon. What is it? Is Starmie or something?
Never heard of it.
You never heard of it?
No, never.
Hang on. Oh, I'll show you. Yeah.
Whoa, that's cool.
That's what it reminds me of. Let me just... Anyone else getting that? What is it? Staryu? Yeah. But kind of like evil. Oh yeah, I think Leo was pulled into the rabbit hole as well, unfortunately. That's childhood trauma right there.
Hey, don't forget that.
I love it. Magnificent.
Dansky.
Game creator. I've got some nice shapes there, nice colours. Almost complimentary. And I think this is the Pied de Resistance. This is the grand finale. This is, what is it? A robot. I mean, this is really good. Like, it started off originally very, very just blocky, and as you added more to it, it's now got like that sort of pixelated look.
Wait, hold on. Try.
I really like that actually.
Try checking how much cubes I used on that.
How on earth am I going to know that? But the thing with this, right? The thing that's so good about this is it's just raw 8-year-old creativity. It's just raw 8-year-old creativity. Like, it's not do you know what I mean? It's just it's pure. Staryu. Yep, Staryu. The blue character reminds me of Adventure Time character. Pixel art, yeah. The robot is really good, has lots of character. The kid is a genius, raising them right.
What Adventure Time character?
Oh, Mummy used to watch Adventure Time.
Yeah, I know what it is.
I never watched it.
But a blue character?
Oh, it's very kind of you. Really nice work. So generally, the consensus is whose designs were better. 75% to Leo, 25% to me. Screw you all. I've had enough. I'm done.
Thank you.
I'm a fraud.
Yeah, you are.
Oh no.
You've been beaten by an 8-year-old.
I got beat out by an 8-year-old. Yeah, apparently. Put that robot on a sticker and Leo can start selling them at school. Now you need to teach him to animate it. Oh, goodness. Next step. Right. We'll end the poll there. Clearly, we have to acknowledge the victor. Oh, thank you, Hutton. Oh, wait. I might be lying.
Wait, what?
Oh, brilliant. Very good. Very good all round. Right. Anyway, just back to... I mean, that's cool. I'm happy with that.
That is cool. I like that.
I think we've reached a good place with that. Yeah, it's got a bit of flexibility. The next step from here would be to mock it up, because I can sit here and stack it, put it sideways, one line, all that stuff like all day long. But what I need to actually do is put it in a website header on a cup or a mug, and try it in actual different situations and see how it looks. I mean, there's so many other ideas we didn't even get to.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy. This is what I love about having a giant artboard. We started off just here, and I mean, it's not only my ideas as well. Obviously, everyone has been piling in ideas the last couple of days, and this is the sort of the journey it's kind of taken. That's where we started today, going from here, playing around with cups and G's and S's. And that's where I thought it was going to go. And it just totally went up here to GS.
I said GG now.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Probably the same reason there's just 30 GS's. And all these just micro refinements until we got to the one true GS. And then the realization of, oh yeah, we actually need to make this into like a functional logo. You can't just have a GS, this isn't Nike. But I think this one.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. What's the consensus on this then as a potential semi-final design? We good? We landed in a good place?
I think Daddy should have won.
You should learn design principles for Leo. Nice. From Leo. That was really a grind. Nice. Pun definitely intended. I guess, Dan, you really did grind and shine. Jeez, I think we all did. I think it looks very nice. Thank you, Moosh.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to
that GNS did take a lot of refinements, just like an iPhone. Slow and steady improvements over time, and now. Yeah, I think as well. I think it's fair to say that we could even see going through it, every little iteration, those refinements have definitely paid off. And I could still go in there now and tweak this, for the next 20 hours if this were like a real project. But yeah, I think we've done good. It's been a good process.
Yeah. Can't wait for the sleepover.
Yeah, we probably need to go soon. It's been 3.5 hours? I think this has got to be the longest stream. You did really well, Danny. Thank you very much. Right, we're going to leave it there. Thank you, everyone, for joining the stream the last 2 days. I feel like this has been a massive team effort. I've had a ton of fun, as always. Back next Tuesday for design review, as always. And yeah, just have an absolutely awesome day and a fantastic weekend. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Cheers.
Bye bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Or else.
Boosh!